Good morning YouTube, my name is Amisbro. For this video we are doing a first impressions video for the figure skating anime, Yuri on Ice. And this one features a couple voice actors from Utano Prince-sama in Jinuche Swabe, Pamuro Mayano, and Tomoaki Meino. One of them we actually meet early in the first episode, actually, and he plays the Bulgarian Viktor Nikiforov, and that is played by Jinuche Swabe. Our story follows the young man known as Yuri Katsuki, who, in the very beginning, we find out has a bit of a setback. At the Grand Prix finals, he loses, and he is sent all the way to the bottom, and also fails at the Nationals. So, guess what he gets to do? Go back home and try to pick himself up. Oh, by the way, before he does that, he meets another young man, also named Yuri, and his surname, in case you're wondering, is Plitsky. Plissetsky. Plissetsky. He is from Russia. For the purposes of this video, I will be referring to both of them by their surnames, just so I don't have to keep saying Yuri over again. Anyway, when you understand that part of the story, you already know it's going to be a very crazy ride, especially when we come to find out how important his idol, Victor, was. And it's really interesting because, as we come to find out, Katsuki wants to really be like him, to the point where he actually practices one of his routines to the point where he can mirror it. Now, of course, you know, he's probably going to have to try and stand out on his own, but that's okay, because I think, given that this is the first episode, we're going to be learning a lot more about that and his struggles attempting to do so. But what's also interesting is we've already learned a little bit about Plissetsky. He's a bit of a hothead. Actually, he's very much a hothead. He wears a hoodie, which almost makes him look like a prize fighter, not a figure skater. And he has a very short temper. Something you would think you wouldn't. Something you would think that would not be necessary for this particular sport. And it's a very grand sport. Let's not kid ourselves. It's interesting because when you watch figure skating, we see the routines, and we see the failures, and we see the ultimate successes. Well, this is really going to show you, in many respects, also the behind the scenes of people as they are training to go to the Grand Prix and ultimately become the best. That's their goal, to want to be the best that they can for their countries. And there's going to be different countries. We're going to have Italy, we have Bulgaria, we've got Russia, Japan, so many, it's not even funny. I jokingly refer to the fact that this is going to be Grand Prix on Ice because we have Swabe, who plays Victor. We have Pamuro Mayano, he's going to be playing Canadian. And we're going to have Tomoaki Meino playing an Italian skater. I'll give you their names if we get to them in the series at some point. But in this first episode, we establish a lot. We establish that one's a friggin' hothead. We establish that Katsuki has his own personal issues dealing with his failures. I think they refer to him in the description as faint-hearted. That may be a little accurate, but you know he wants to be the best at what he does. We also met his family, his mom and his dad, and we've also met his coaches and the people that run a local ice skating rink in his area. And it's so interesting to see how they work, trying to, build him up, or to build his confidence back up after this failure in competing, and trying to see, can he get back to where he wants to be. I think that's going to be something very interesting to watch as we see the trials and tribulations of not just, like I said, Katsuki, Plitsky, and the other skaters through the course, and also now an added bonus, but I won't tell you about that because I want you to actually see it. That's your general overview of the plot. Let's talk about the actual nuts and bolts. Animation. The animation is done by Studio MAPPA. If you remember MAPPA, we saw them when it came to Azankyo no Terror in Resonance, and they did a very gritty and very realistic job with that one. That's why I thought we were kind of going with this one when we saw the trailer back a few months ago. But no, they changed it up completely. It seems like they went a bit more, but then it was just a trailer. They're a bit more flashy now. They're a bit more, I don't want to say over the top, but in figure skating it kind of is. It captures the essence of what figure skating is when you see the costumes, when you see the pageantry, when you hear the music, there's just a lot of things going on here. And to see all this brought into the fold and make it one package, my God. My first impression of the trailer carried over to here, and it didn't let me down. Because trailers are designed to hype you for a series. They just are. And this one, without fail, did exactly that. And I'm stunned at how brilliant it was. Stunned. I fucking loved it. Especially when I got to see, Victor's routine that they did. And I was just watching it, and I just shut my mouth the whole time and watched. I was like, holy mackerel. And this is key, because there's going to be people that don't watch figure skating, like myself, that are going to watch this and go, that was awesome. I need to see more of this. And they'll watch the second episode and the third episode and on. Then there's going to be the people that might not click with. That's fine. Because figure skating, I don't want to say it's a boring sport, but it's not something that you can, sit there going rah-rah every 5 seconds. It doesn't work. It's not like rugby when we go do all out, which is tomorrow. I screwed that up a little bit. I said that was today. It was actually tomorrow. Well, you get the idea. Anyway, and this did everything you needed to understand the situation already between the two Yuris, and also it makes you understand by the end of the episode, here's going to be our situation. We're going to have this interesting plot with, Katsuki now having his situation with somebody else. So now we're going to have another factor thrown in, and it's just going to make for a crazy ride the entire the entire series. We're going to have, like I said, we're probably going to have our ups and our downs and our conflicts, and that's fine. And I want to see how it emotionally grips people with the routines, with the characters dealing with struggles, with everything. Because the more this can happen, the better off we're going to be in anime in the future, because this is going to be one that, if it's done right, and right now it is, it will be one that you remember for days, months, and years to come. It's kind of like Yuri in a sense. It had the character, it has the characters, it has the music, it has everything that you need to make a successful Otome anime. This one is the first time I think I've seen an ice skating anime, the first of its kind, And now we're going to get to see, can they pull it off for the entire series? That's going to be our goal, and I want to see exactly what happens with it. So if you're willing to come with me on this, this is going to be a fun one. We're going to go for one heck of a ride. The series airs every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on Crunchyroll. So if you're willing to check out Crunchyroll, please do. And please, please, please check out this anime, because we have interesting characters, we have really crisp animation, we have an interesting story that's going to be going on. There's everything set up here for one hell of a breakout series in this fall season. Can it do it? Because you know there's about 50,000 other animes that are going on right now that are going to be just as awesome and just as jam-packed. Look at Magic Keon. Look at Yuri. This one's got a chance. A very big chance. But can it do it? We're going to find out. Tomorrow, or later today actually now, will be the first impressions of All Out, the rugby anime. I hope you come with me on that one, because it's going to be one heck of an experience, and it's also one of my more anticipated animes of the fall season, as well as, of course, Yuri, Magic Keon Renaissance, this one. So we've got 4 that are going to be watched, and my God, this is a fall to remember. You need to come with me. Until tomorrow or later today, my friends, you take care. I will see you with All Out later on. Bye-bye.